I've been in Kenya for 22 years and started Zana Africa in 2007 to meet the unmet need of both sanitary pads and rights-based health education that I saw when I was working with street children. When girls did not have honest answers to their health questions, their lives really derailed, and that's still the case. Likewise, at the same time, sanitary pads were our number 2 biggest expense at that organization every month after bread. And so I thought if I could combine those two, pads and reproductive health education, we could actually really make systemic inroads into poverty and trauma. As entrepreneurs, I think we always need a lot of help, and we're only as good as our ecosystems and our advisors and the people that are kind of helping us think through business challenges. So in 2015, we had launched our own sanitary pads, and we'd rebranded them in 2016 and consolidated the brand. And so in 2017, when we joined, we were trying to figure out how to scale. We learned a lot about what didn't work, and we really wanted a strong commercial approach. We'd had a lot of donors who wanted women-to-women sales, and really we were saying, actually, we need to choose, do we want to help women make money, or do we want products to be affordable and available within walking distance of every girl and woman in Kenya and beyond? And so we chose the latter, and so we came to TBN to try to figure out how to make that happen.
Our bottom line is not just to sell and get the money back. Our plan is to sensitize, to co-create, to make an impact to the society, not only just to sell and get the money back. Our plan is to go with the health education to the young girls and women, and also to partner with the society at large to ensure the success of our brand here. Because yes, we are trying to live the purpose, and that is our intention.
We had a great business plan coming out of TBN. We internalized all of our sales team. I think we had a team of up to 18 salespeople and a sales manager, but we're hyper-focused in Nairobi and very heavy on our expenses without generating as much revenue as we wanted to. We, right at the cusp before COVID, which none of us knew was coming, we had just signed with an exclusive distributor that we thought would really take us nationally very quickly. COVID then happened, and their business imploded for a couple different reasons, due to COVID and not. So in some ways that was a blessing because we didn't have a lot of costs. So we survived as a business. I know there are a lot of businesses that really ended up having to fold because of COVID. So I think some of the resilience that we kind of discussed and planned for in TBN helped. And so then starting last year, we recreated our whole business from scratch. We have a new model of working with distributors as well as these e-commerce sites and helping support them to increase the capacity of their sales team. So we're able to keep really lean.
At the back of our pad, we do provide health information that not any other pad in the current category in the Kenyan market is providing. We do have a toll-free line where if, for example, a girl or a woman is experiencing a long time period extension, they are free to call us. If someone is experiencing her periods for the first time, they're free to reach out to us, and they're shy. Even in school, they're free to call us. We're also offering mentorship programs through our non-profit wing. When some institutions and CBOs or organizations come to buy from us, we do provide them, upon request, our mentorship teams will go there to assist with the mentorship programs in the schools where they're donating the pads. So we are not only just selling and then we leave you the brand or the product as it is. We are coming in and with a lot of support.
We were growing substantially year on year before COVID. I think we were at about 240,000 USD that year. We're now climbing back from COVID, really focusing on our unit economics and just consistent repetitive growth. All of last year, we sold 3 containers of sanitary pads. Those are 40-foot containers. Between March and July, we sold 3 containers, and now we're on track for a container a month starting this month. So it's been tremendous growth and really strong, consistent foundational growth, also across the country.
We are looking forward to venture into other markets outside Kenya, and that's been our plan. This is coming in handy with our plan to get in more products and to get more funding, of course, like Megan had also mentioned. We have listed with Trigger Foods. Trigger Foods is an e-commerce platform, and Copia is also an e-commerce platform. Copia is currently operating in Uganda, Tanzania, but right now Trigger Foods also moved to Uganda officially. So these are partners that we do believe that will take our brand through across the border to also fill our presence.
You know, Bill Gates said we always overestimate what we can do in a year, but we underestimate what we can do in a decade, and I think I've really seen that, right? A decade ago, we had a vision for having our own fluff pulp that's patentable, having our own sanitary pad brand, having our health education in schools, and now that's actually happening, right? So as a business, we're quite unique in that we're a hybrid social enterprise, so we have our own standalone business and then a separate non-for-profit that is working in schools and with communities to amplify the NIA brand through health education. And so on that side, in the next 5 years, we should be in the entire national curriculum. In the next 2 years alone, we're working with teachers and community-based organizations, and we'll be reaching 200,000. We're currently reaching 30,000 through school programs with 60 community-based organizations. So in 5 years, 12 million adolescents is not unreasonable when we're in the curriculum. On the business side, we are strongly scaling as a commercial business. I'd like us to get to 10% market share as quickly as we can and start to expand regionally beyond that. I think right now, since we're at about 50,000 customers a month, I don't think it's unrealistic for us to be at 500,000 next year or more. We've really been holding back until we get the right working capital to accelerate. And if you look at just, for example, Galani's, they're accelerating 1 new county every month, right? So that's easily $5,000 per new distributor per month, if not more. And really being in more kiosks. In 5 years, I'd like to be in 20% of kiosks at least, so that we're much more closer to achieving our goal of being in walking distance of every girl and woman. Within 10 years, I'd like to be in have 1 or 2 manufacturing hubs, maybe here and in West Africa. And in 10 to 20 years, we need to reach 100 million. As I mentioned earlier, in the next 5 years alone, the entire population of new menstruators on the continent will exceed that of the European Union and be 1.5 times the entire US population. So those are lifetime consumers who are also people that need deeply these answers to their questions so that they can safely navigate puberty and be the leaders that we need for tomorrow.